Just wanted to finish up with Harvard. Why is Donald going after these institutions of education? You yourself were censored by some universities in Arizona when you tried to give a talk. We saw so many instances of all the wokeism and all the things going on. Why is it important that Donald's making a stand there?
Well, if you read the Communist Manifesto by Marx, in there, he spelled it all out. And what happened was, what Marx predicted was that communism will infiltrate America through the education system. So in 1930, Columbia University, which is an Ivy League school, sent away to Germany, Berlin, and they sent over Marxist professors to teach at Columbia University's College of Education, Teachers College. And that was in 1930. Then you and I remember what happened in the 60s. It was Kent State and all this was the rioting on campuses. So Marxism came in through our school system. I was teaching at Arizona State University, which is one of the biggest schools in America. And the woke professors came after me because I was teaching capitalism.
Wow.
They came after me. I went, wow.
Wow.
So it's our institutions of higher education. So when Donald takes them on, man, I feel he's got so, Mexicans say cojones, big ones. He has got he does not take any BS. And I wrote 2 books with him. He is a great man. His sons are great people as compared to Hunter Biden.
Yeah. I know you know Don and Eric, and you've been hunting with them. You've known them for a long time, and you've always said great things about them. We definitely see them coming into their own. When I was in Toronto at the Consensus Conference, I saw Eric speak, and they're both very good, and they're both very big into crypto and DeFi. And it's interesting. They get questioned about it a lot because they're getting accused that the pro-crypto legislation by the government is in their interests. But they come out and say, look, the reason we love crypto is because we got debanked in 2020 because of our views and our politics and who our dad was. This is by necessity. This isn't, because we all of a sudden wanted to change our business model. As they said, they used to be able to pick up the phone and get a loan from any bank in the world because they were the Trumps. And then the next day they couldn't get a loan from anyone. And so, it's great to see that family really pushing forward. And, we're big into crypto here, and it's just so refreshing to see that family out there speaking intelligent about the blockchain and in assets like Bitcoin, which we all know is going to help everybody through what you're calling a greater depression, which is upon us.
Well, this book here, The Big Print, I highly recommend. The opening pages, your blood boils. He talks about Larry Summers and Geithner and all these characters, and how they basically screwed the entire American public to bail out their friends. There's something morally rotten. And so the big print is getting at the big print hasn't come yet. So that's why yesterday I was out buying more silver. If silver's about $35, and I think next stop is 50. At least I'm hoping it is. But when they print money, assets go up, but so does chicken, milk, and eggs goes up, inflation. And that's why it's wiping out our poor middle class the more they print this stuff. But they don't tell you that in school. It's tragic.
Investment Club. Today, I consider it the best investment that I've ever made. We get 4 projects presented a week by their associated CEOs. Personally, I'm completely blown away by the quality of these projects, and I know of nowhere else where I would be given this same opportunity. Each week that passes, I feel more appreciative of the fact that I'm a member of this group. The vibe was just tremendous. Everybody's on the same wavelength. We just clicked. Everybody listened to each other, enjoyed their company. It was just magical. Take action. Don't take my word for it. Due diligence you need to do. And I really hope that someday down the road I see you in the club. It far exceeded expectations, without question.
What do you think this one's going to look like, Robert? You've coined it a greater depression as opposed to the Great Depression, and you've talked about what you see out there, which is record high credit card debt, 1.2 trillion. You've talked about obviously the rising national debt, 36 trillion. You talked about increasing unemployment rates, declining 401k balances. How bad is this one going to get?
Well, I've had the benefit, Brian, of this here is a Zimbabwe note. It's $10 million. And this here's a book by a guy, Philip Haslam, When Money Destroys Nations. So guess where I was when Zimbabwe crashed? I was in Zimbabwe.
Okay.
Brian, it was terrifying. It was terrifying.
What's it like? Is it just chaos?
It's panic. They don't know what's real.
Yeah.
Nobody would do this stuff. And the economy is crashing. And I was sitting in a truck. I'm a hunter, in Africa. And they call them the war vets, with these black guys with AK-47s pull up. And they point the guns at me. I'm going, holy mackerel. I didn't die in Vietnam. I'm going to die out here in Zimbabwe, But what they did, Brian, was they went to the white farmers and they took their farm. And this was, I was there, I was watching it going, why? I'm not really religious, but why does God want me to see this? Why am I here watching this? And they point these guns at me and all this. I'm going, wow. All you can do is put your hands up, going, I'm not going to resist. And then so this little white woman comes running out and they're hauling her off in the car. And she turns to my professional hunter and me, the white guy too. She says, burn this place down. Gentlemen, burn it down. So Brian, we got torches and they had all these grass shacks and the farmhouse and then the tractor yard and the diesel fuel. We torched the whole thing. It was blowing up. I thought I was back in Vietnam again.
Wow.
Just blowing up, fires going everywhere, and we're hauling our butts out of there. But she just said, burn this place down. I don't want to have anything. But I saw it. I'm going, wow. So why did I see that? Why was I seeing Mr. Trump the day after he gets shot? Why am I seeing this? So, how did I meet you 30 years ago? We keep talking about the same thing, but now it's here.
I think that was a small glimpse into what could be coming to the Western nations like America, Europe, et cetera.
It's already here. When I see the homelessness, it's like Jefferson said it,
Yeah.
When we have a central bank, homelessness will spread. How he was so, prescient. This is Thomas Jefferson.
Hey, I know investing in crypto is scary. It takes a real leap of faith because there are so many scams, rug pulls, and bad actors out there. It's a dangerous business, which is why 95% of people lose all their money. Well, that's why I created the London Real Investment Club, so you can access the hottest deals on the planet and use the crypto bull market to create the generational wealth that you deserve. Join my team of over 100 people from around the world that are making millions of dollars behind the scenes investing in blockchain, AI, Web3 games, DeFi, Bitcoin, and more. Don't miss out. Click the link below to book a call with one of my team now. But hurry, this bull market will end soon.
I know investing crypto can be scary. That's why you gotta join the investment club. Pull the trigger. Let's do this.